Hey, Martha. You did get my wedding invitation, right? No need you to respond, but I know you're coming. I already reserved you a seat anyway. Seriously? How could I not invite my childhood friend to my wedding? You're coming like it or not. I didn't even realize who was this for a second. Is this really you, Maya? Yeah, I got the invitation. I'm not attending, so scratch me off the list. You gotta be kidding me. This is the most important event of the century. Sorry, but I have something else on that day. I just can't get out of it. What? No way! You have to! No, I demand that you attend. You seem to have made up your mind that you want nothing to do with me, but I'm not having it. You're attending one way or another. If you don't attend for one reason or another, well, you know what I'm gonna do. I'll tell everyone that you're still fuming from when I took your boyfriend from the way back in high school, and that you're still a childish, pity-minded juvenile. Wait, could you back up? What are you talking about taking my boyfriend? Are you seriously asking me that? Didn't you see the name on the wedding invitation? Yeah, I saw it. First time seeing that name didn't ring any bells. Where'd you meet this guy? Whoa, stop right here. Are you for real? Yeah, for real. Why so surprised? Oh, wait a second, I get it. You're pretending like you don't know the guy, and somehow use that reason to get out of attending. Is that it? Please, Maya, I don't have time for this. Have you taken any leave of your senses? What are you saying? I'm deranged? You're the one who's not making any senses, Martha. Why are you trying so hard to erase the fact that I took your guy in high school? I don't see why you don't just accept the fact. It was long time ago, for God's sake. That's why I call taking leave of your senses, if you ask me. Sorry, Maya. It's no use talking to you. Anyway, like I said, I'm busy on that day. I can't attend. End of the story. I can't reschedule. I just can't. What could be more important than your childhood friend's wedding? At least tell me that. Important enough that I turned down the invitation. Is that so hard to accept? Come on, be a pal. For old time's sake. I better get going. See ya. I'm not giving up, Martha. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have your place ready for you no matter what. I knew you were going to come. I just knew it. I had no doubt in my mind that you would show up. I can read you like a book, Martha. When you get all beady-eyed about something, you won't give up until your curiosity is satisfied. In other words, you were so eager to find out about your ex-boyfriend that you had to attend or you couldn't bear it. Am I right, aren't I? I was positive you would show up, no matter how hard-nosed you were about not attending. Maya, you again? What is it this time? Just thought you may be sweating bullets right now. Don't you see your name in the register at the entrance, right? Well, Martha, have news for you. What a total clown show. To see you coming snooping around just to see your ex-beau from high school. Who's going to be my everlasting partner in like 10 minutes? Just leave the wedding gift at the reception desk. So sorry, no seat for you. I know I said I would have one ready no matter what, but surprise, I lied. Oh yeah, about that. So how much did you bring as a wedding gift? Of course, it doesn't even mean I'll prepare a seat for you. No need to worry about that. Why should the bride bring a wedding gift? Pardon me? My ex-beau, as you put it, you must mean my ex-boyfriend from high school. We had our ups and downs through the years, of course, but we somehow worked things out. We even started living together 2 years ago, and we finally made it to this day, our wedding day. Pardon me, Martha, you're being incoherent. You do realize that, right? I'm seriously starting to worry about your mental state, Martha. You say you were living with him for 2 years? That's nuts, because I was the one living with him the past few years. And what's this about you being the bride? I'm sorry. I really should have figured it out. You saw me at the wedding hall, but still failed to make head or tail of the situation. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Get to the point, would you? I just figure out my name is really not that common. Our family names were on the wedding list at the entrance to the wedding hall. What? Wedding list? You do know that there are other weddings taking place here today. After all, that's what a wedding hall is. Or did you think you guys were the only people having a wedding here? Anyway, there's the board out front that shows all the weddings taking place today. I saw yours there, by the way. I only noticed mine out there, to be honest. Didn't even glance at it, huh? Figures? Come to think of it, the wedding planner did mention that there would be another wedding on the second floor. The second floor chapel is supposed to be twice as big and much more extravagant than the one on the first floor, which is pretty tiny in comparison. That's the one. Finally, worked it out. That's our wedding, the one on the second floor. Pardon me? Actually, I was shocked to learn that we were having our weddings at the very same wedding hall. Who would have thought? What a twist of fate, huh? But we sure were lucky that our invitations didn't screw up. Huh? Considering we've known each other for so long, our invitations were mostly business related. So maybe that's why I guess this answers your questions on why I couldn't attend your wedding. With that said, let's focus on the proceeding of our own respective weddings, why don't we? What do you say? Talk to you again. Wait, are you nuts? What is this? What's this all about? I'll tell you this right now, Martha. My husband-to-be is not going to be yours. He's not going upstairs to marry you. You're out of your damn mind. You're his ex-flame. He's mine now. Can't you get it through that little head of yours, Martha? He loves me, not you. You must be totally delusional to go out and reserve a wedding hall and invite all those guests. And to reserve that huge chapel upstairs. You're a total disgrace. He's not dropping me and going upstairs to marry you. You're going to be standing at the altar all alone, twiddling your thumbs. Give it up, Martha. I win. Martha, pick up right this minute. What the hell is going on here? The groom didn't show up to my wedding. Did you even notice your now husband is a completely different person? What's about that? Oh, so the wedding planner explained everything to you in detail, I see. I asked the wedding staff to make sure you didn't barge into my wedding by mistake. Sure glad I went to the trouble. I didn't want to mention that I was having the wedding on the same day. I didn't plan it that, by the way. Didn't want taking it the wrong way and causing you to react negatively. As you tend to do. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. About this ex-boyfriend that you supposedly stole from me. That story just didn't mesh with mine, so I asked a friend of mine who went to high school hoping she would enlighten me. That guy you were supposed to marry, wasn't his name Dwayne Peterson? That's right, so what? My husband's name is Daniel, Dan Peters. The names kinda sound alike, so I figured out maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding, name-wise. Huh? You still have me at a lose, Martha. What is this, some kind of joke? All right. Let me explain. As you know, I went to East Memorial High School. Yeah, obviously, and that's where I took your boyfriend, Dwayne Peterson. I say it now, but the reason why I took him from you is because I couldn't stand it with you to get a guy before me. That's why. Dwayne was attending the daytime classes, right? I was only a part-time student. I was attending the evening classes, so actually I never met Dwayne Peterson. Not even sure what he looks like, to be honest. What are you talking about, part-time student? We were pretty good friends up until junior high, but once we got into high school, we weren't that close anymore. Maybe that's why you didn't know my situation. Right before high school, my dad passed away, and I had to move in with my grandparents the next town over. It was hard times back then with my father gone. I had to take on a part-time job to help my mom out. That's why I was forced to attend the evening classes on a part-time basis. That's where I met Dan, this guy I married today. Are you serious? This seems so far-fetched. Wait a minute, that name Dan Peters kinda sound familiar. Could it be tri-same guy that was on the news a few months back? Something about rescuing his dad's company, which was on the verge of bankruptcy. By restructuring the whole company and introducing unique ideas, that guy? Oh yeah, That was when the piece aired on the popular variety program a few months back. That's not fair! Excuse me? This kind of means that if I hadn't mistaken your boyfriend, if I hadn't sold Dan instead of Dwayne, then I would have been standing at the altar upstairs instead of you. Why is that you get all the breaks? Why do you get to marry someone super successful guy? Why? It's just not fair. There you go again, totally not making a bit of sense. The only reason you made this mistake is because you didn't properly verify anything. Maybe you should have put more thought into it before you went ahead. This is not my fault. I mean, think about it, Maya. You spent the last 10 years thinking that you stole my boyfriend from me. You never doubted it for 1 second? You dug your own grave, Maya. No one is to blame but yourself. Don't shift the blame to me, like I said. I have nothing to do with your delusions. But it's just unfair. It's not right. Listen, Maya. There's something really important that you're completely forgetting. What are you talking about? Did you say that your wedding was cancelled because Dwayne didn't show up? Did you ever get hold of Dwayne? He's... Before you start bombarding me with messages online, it seems you have a lot other stuff to worry about. I've got plenty of worries, thank you. What are you talking about anyway? Don't you need to talk to the guy about the consequences of not showing up? Could you mean you're eligible for damages or who's gonna pay for the wedding? I mean, it isn't cheap, I should know. Yeah, you're right. What am I gonna do? I just gotta find that jerk. Martha, if you're there, pick up. Lend me $50,000, I beg you. Stop right there, Maya. Calm down for a second. Say again. I need $50,000. I have to pay for half of the wedding. That's why you need $50,000? Not that I'm bragging or anything, but I heard that your wedding was on a smaller scale than mine. Why would you need $50,000 if you're splitting the cost? No, it's not just the wedding. That also includes the amount I have to my boss's wife. Huh? Why do you have to pay that? It has nothing to do with your wedding. Hold on a second. Don't tell me you're having an affair with a boss's wife. I didn't figure out she would, Oh my God. Impeccable timing, Maya. Right when you scheduled your wedding, she finds out about the affair, and now this... It wasn't supposed to be this way. Incidentally, did you find out what happened to Dwayne and why didn't he show up to the wedding? I finally got a hold of him. Apparently, he was also cheating on me. He came to the conclusion that he loved the other woman more and decided to marry her instead. Can you believe it? Good gracious! Sounds like something with a soap opera. And it turns out that because we were both cheating on each other, neither of us could sue for damages. As for the wedding cost, we had to split that. In addition that I have to pay damages to my boss's wife. I see. So that's why your debt ballooned to $50,000, is that it? Yeah, so you'll do it, right? That $50,000, your husband's successful guy, the president of a company. What's a measly $50,000, right? Good grief, Maya. You have to be kidding me. Huh? Why not? That's like chump change to you. I'm not the CEO of the company. My husband is. I can't just use the funds whenever I want. Then why wouldn't you just ask him? He'll do anything you say. I think no. No matter how many times you ask, not in a million years. But I have no one else to turn to. My folks slammed the door on me and I already broke up with my boss. Come on, Martha, for old time's sake, we were best friends at one time, weren't we? So please. There's one thing you got right. We were friends. That's past tense. After junior high, I stopped considering you a friend. Please, Martha, don't say that. I think I'm officially getting dizzy. Gotta go. See ya. Childhood relationships can last forever, but only if circumstances remain cordial. Just because we live down the street from each other doesn't mean we're friends for life. She always dragged me into her selfish antics until I just got totally fed up and wanted nothing to do with her. I later heard from one of Maya's friends. Seems she's really in dire circumstances. For starters, she got kicked out of the apartment that she was sharing with Dwayne after she said her parents want nothing to do with her, so going home wasn't an option. The only option was to get a small one-room apartment over One Market Street for something like $200 a month. As for her job, she invited a bunch of people from the office and considering what went down at the wedding, she wasn't exactly welcomed back by her co-workers. I heard she eventually resigned and is now working various part-time jobs. According to a friend, she's living a theater bar life, just barely trying to make ends meet.